Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I've been wanting to make this video for years, basically. It's going to be very, very helpful to those of you who are on a weight loss journey, fitness journey, whatever it may be, as well as my online clients. So this video is for anybody who needs a little bit of guidance with tracking their food using MyFitnessPal and doing so in order to lose weight. Now there's a specific way I'm going to include my recommendations in here. I'm using the MyFitnessPal app just for convenience sake because that is the one that most people are familiar with. That's the one that I am most familiar with and have the most experience with and feel most comfortable to speak to. This one is a doozy, y'all. I have been taking my notes, okay? I got some info for you. So before I get into the details, I do just want to quickly mention that I am an online fitness coach. If you're looking for results like this and this, then make sure that you guys click the link in the description if you're looking for some one-on-one guidance in terms of strength training in the gym and nutritional goals. I'm going to be using my old iPhone, which is now my daughter's iPhone. So don't be surprised if some little gamer notifications pop up. However, I'm gonna screen record and show you guys on the screen everything that I'm talking about so that you can get an idea and a rundown of the app and how to specifically use it for your weight loss goals. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna start a fresh new account like I've never used the app before so that we can do it together. I'm gonna allow it to send me notifications because what I'll mention later is that it does remind you to track your food because obviously it's a lot of work tracking everything for the day. I'm gonna click sign up for free and continue. Now it prompts you with a bunch of different things. For the purposes of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and click lose weight and I'm going to put lightly active. I'm going to click female. I'm gonna put my age in, which is 28 years old. Oh my God, where is Canada? So all of these details that I'm inputting right now are gonna go into the calculations and the predictions that the app makes for you. So try your best to do the closest that you know of. I'm gonna put my weight in. This is going to determine, say for example, my weight is 138 pounds and my goal weight is 128 pounds. You can put this in, but we will reevaluate this stuff later. And I'm going to put as my goal to lose 1 pound per week. That is a semi-decent place to be. However, we'll talk about this again after. So as you can see, it gives you an automatic pre-made number of calories as your goal. I'm gonna recommend just not paying any attention to that first, and I will tell you why. So if your goal is to track your food for weight loss, my recommendation is to spend 1 week, anywhere between 5 and 7 days of consistently tracking what you are currently eating. So this means making no changes whatsoever, maybe getting to the gym as you're starting your journey, things like that. But what you need to really do is collect data on what you're currently eating. So not only will this first week of tracking do that for you, but it'll also help you learn the app, learn how everything works, learn about tracking your food and how to measure things, which we're gonna talk about a little bit later. Okay, as a quick rundown of the app, I will just run you through the most important parts. So at the bottom tabs here, you'll see diary. This is where you're gonna spend most of your time. This is where your food diary is going to be. So at the top, it shows you the calorie goal that it automatically gave you, which I'm gonna show you guys how to change that after, minus the food that you've eaten for that day, plus whatever exercise you've done if you're tracking your exercise calories through a watch or anything like that. So in order to track your food, you're just gonna click add food, okay? And then you have the options. You can scan a meal, which will take basically a picture of it and guesstimate the calories that are in it, which I don't super recommend doing that. I mean, I haven't used this feature yet, but I can guess that it's probably not gonna be able to estimate sauces and other details that you put into your food. Then you can click scan a barcode, which is really cool. This feature used to be absolutely free when I was first using the app, but now you can actually pay for it. So if that's something that you're looking to do, you can also do that, and it allows you to scan the barcodes on the food packages. However, I'm gonna show you guys the most important useful tool that I use the most and I recommend to my clients the most. Literally just search for a food. So say I am about to eat 2 slices of toast with my eggs this morning, and this is the brand of toast that I'm using. I'm going to search up great value whole wheat bread or whatever the name of it is. And I should be able to get the exact brand. So here you see whole wheat bread, great value, 1 slice, okay? So it has these little green checks because these are verified from the actual brands. So anytime you guys are eating packaged foods, just make sure that you search the name of that certain brand or whatever it might be, and you should be able to come up with something. Now, this also gives you certain pre-made meals. So for example, if you're somebody who makes a very simple basic pasta at home, or some type of like maybe even traditional dish that your family makes, you should be able to search it in here. I'm gonna search pasta with meat sauce because that's something I make all the time. That's not particularly packaged, but is a combination of different ingredients. And then I see something that is kind of similar. So if you see this, this is pasta with meat and sauce, and this is 1 cup prepared. This is an estimate on the app, so of course it's probably not gonna be 100% accurate. However, if you're in a jam and you don't exactly know, this is a good way to go. And I always tell my clients, make sure if anything you overestimate instead of underestimating. So there's an option to click number of servings. So if I have 1 bowl of pasta, like I said, I wanna overestimate a little bit. So I'm gonna put 1 1/4. And that way that overestimates me. So that way, and I'm gonna click add to my diary, and there we go, it says food logged. So that estimates me overhand just in case, because being in a calorie deficit is the most important. Now, we kind of understand how the diary portion works. Now let's talk about actual calorie goals and setting that up. So if you look at the bottom here, you click the 3 dots that say more. It gives you a bunch of different options here. I'm not gonna go through all of them for the purposes of keeping this video short and sweet. So when you click goals, it shows you all of your current statistics, and you can adjust that. However, like I said, you probably want to spend your first week just tracking your calories. So you're going to track in your diary, ignore this number at the top that says 1,330 calories as a goal. Ignore that. Track your food every single day for the week, and then see what number you end up with at the end of the week. And what you're gonna do at the end of that week is take all of those numbers. So it's a little bit of work, but we're here to put the work in, right? So you're gonna add up all of those numbers. So Monday through Saturday, say Monday you ate 1,500 calories. Tuesday you ate 1,800. Wednesday you ate 1,400. Thursday you ate 2,000. You're gonna add all of those up and divide them by the number of days that you've tracked. So for example, if you tracked only 5 days, you're gonna add them all up and then divide them by 5. That will give you about an average of what you're currently eating. When you get that number, typically, if you're trying to lose weight, I personally recommend going into a calorie deficit of anywhere between 300 and 500 calories. So for example, if that maintenance number comes down to about 2,100 calories, I would recommend starting off at a deficit, maybe around 1,800, 1,850, a little bit lower. You might have to play with this and really listen to your body and see what works the best for you. Something else to consider too is how hard you're working out, what types of workouts you're doing. Of course, you don't want to go too deep into a calorie deficit. If you're in the gym going super hard, you do need to fuel your body to recover from your workouts. So how you would do this is you would click the calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals button, and then it's gonna bring you to what we call calorie and macro goals. Now, macronutrients are the things that our foods are made up of, the larger molecules, which are proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. I'm sure by now you've heard all of these terms. I'm going to say, using that example, I was eating 2,100 calories, and now I'm going down to a deficit of about 1,800. So I'm gonna enter 1,800 calories, okay? And the app automatically populates your macronutrient percentages. That is a topic I'm not going to touch on today. If you're interested about learning more about that stuff, you guys can click the link in the description. You can book a one-on-one call with me, or you can work with me one-on-one for online coaching. That's where I can give you guys a little bit more of a recommendation on what's going to work best for you. Because again, that's very dependent on your goals, and it's basically a topic for another video. So now when I go back into my diary, I can see at the top left here, my goal is now 1,800 calories. Okay, so this is set up for me. So now when I input my foods, it's gonna subtract from the 1,800 calories and show me how much I have left for the day. Now, if you are really trying to lose weight the proper way, my recommendation is to try to track your foods and stay underneath that number every single day. This means weekends and everything. So you might have to do a little bit of extra work to work around certain meals that you enjoy. Like I mentioned in the last video, you don't need to cut anything out. unless that's something that you know that works for you and you lean on, then by all means. But through this way, you don't need to cut anything out. All you need to do is cut back. So this app is a great way to collect some information about what you're currently eating, and that can help you set your goals and then go forward and reach weight loss. So now, after I've thrown all this information at you, I typically have questions that I get from clients and people in general. One is, what happens if I cook a recipe at home, or I download a recipe from online and try that out? So we've kind of touched that with the searching option. However, there is an option to add your own recipe into the app, and I will just run through it really, really quickly. Click more, and then you're gonna click My Meals, Recipes, and Foods. Then at the bottom here, you're gonna see Create a Recipe. Now you have two options. You can add one from the web. So if this is one that you found online and you're following it to a T, you can download it straight from the link and it will automatically upload everything for you. And then you just have to separate it into how many servings. So for example, if you're making a peanut butter muffin, protein muffin mix, and it creates 6 muffins, then you'll just put it into 6 servings. Same thing with entering ingredients manually. You'll click that and you'll just enter what ingredients you're putting into the meal itself. So you'll be able to search up the foods that you're putting into that recipe. And then at the end, again, you'll have to separate it into how many meals you're actually eating. So for example, if one big recipe is making 10 meals for you, you'll separate it into 10. And then each time you log that, it will log it as 1/10 of the calories of that whole entire meal, if that makes sense. I recognize that this is a huge topic, and I know that there are a ton of questions that I could realistically try to answer in this video, but for convenience sake, I wanted this to be short and sweet for you guys. Like I said, if you need one-on-one support, the link is in the description for you to book a consultation with me. Come talk to me, let's chat. I'm here to help. We can talk about your goals and how to reach them further using this app and my personal training app. I hope this helps some of you guys out, and best of luck with your fitness goals. And if you are looking for more fitness knowledge, workouts, all of that good stuff, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Talk soon.